guys, welcome back to the channel. Marty Gruzzani here, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite principles in business, and that's the corridor principle. Okay, so I'm going to just give you a story, and hopefully that will help explain the corridor principle. So think of it like this, and this is really a entrepreneur ideology, okay, the corridor principle. And it was actually it came out of a management school of business, this philosophy, this ideology, and I love it. But I think the best way to explain the corridor principle is to put yourself in this position as a business owner, right? Let's say you're an entrepreneur, okay? And as you take that journey as an entrepreneur, imagine yourself, you're walking down, it's dark out, okay? And it's always dark and you can't see in front of you as an entrepreneur, right? But as you're moving, okay, as you're walking down this hallway, right, this corridor, okay, what happens is on the side of you, other doors start opening up. And behind those doors are other ideas, options, opportunities that can lead to other corridors of business. And I think the beauty behind the corridor principle is that, think of it like when you're driving. When you're driving in the snowstorm, right? You can't see in front of you. It's the same as when you're taking that first step as an entrepreneur. You know, when Matt and I started, we didn't know anything about real estate. You know, you can listen to so many podcasts and watch videos, but other people's experiences are not going to be your own, and it's never the same unless you actually take that action, right? So when you're starting to take action and you're developing momentum and you're buying properties, right? When we first started and we bought our first rental, the last thing I think Matt and I would have told you is that we are going to be, Rochester's #1 fix and flip team, or that we're buying mobile home parks or self-storage facilities, apartment buildings. There was the burn there. There was that we can do whatever we put our minds to sort of thing. But that's just an example of that corridor, right? Walking down and those doors opening up. But, when we first bought that single family house on Curlew Street, that wasn't what we were thinking of. What we were doing is we were just taking those steps down that dark hallway, right? And those doors started to open for us, because as we were gaining experience, realizing what we truly wanted, right, which was more doors that could allow us to have more freedom. And as you know, for me, mine is not just to have freedom for me, but I want to take the people that, can experience that can't, live the life that I want to live, but I want to bring them with me so they can experience these things as well, right? That's my why. But the corridor principle is really just the idea that when you as a business person, entrepreneur, start walking down that path as an entrepreneur, other things are going to start opening up for you. Other options, opportunities, all those things, right? Those are so huge, because you might start in a business, and everybody says these things when you listen to them. When there's a startup company, rarely does that beginning idea actually the end product that you see that made them, who they were. It was those moments when you're in that fight, right? When you're driving in the snow and you can't see the other end of the hallway, but you can just see that next step. That's the corridor principle. That's entrepreneurship. That's business. That's us linked arm in arm, Matt and I, and all of our partners, and just going down these steps And as we're walking and, hey, we're buying, okay, we do our first flip, great, that goes bad, fine, but this door opens, we meet these people, okay, great, I'm going to these meetings, these networking meetings, okay, this door opens, great, now I'm doing this, and then, oh my God, we're gonna be doing apartment building, I bought an apartment building, okay, how'd that happen? Well, it's just going down these different phases, these different areas, and these different corridors, and it's beautiful to me, because you deserve it is really the thing. And when you go and do this, when you do the uncomfortable, when you walk down that dark alley of business ownership and entrepreneurship, you deserve these doors opening, because you're doing things that no one else is doing. So I applaud and I give roses and flowers to the people that do whatever it is that they're doing, because even if that part wasn't successful, that initial buy and hold, right? Or that initial flip, or that initial whatever business that you are starting, what you start learning and doing and seeing along that road is where the magic happens. Because those other people that you meet, those other experiences that you have, that's what gives you that confidence and really that, hey, this is a really cool life I'm living, right? That's what gets me up in the morning, is I never really know what's going to happen next in this business. And that's what's so cool. In my old life, as a sales executive, I knew what my life was looking like. I could see the start to finish of a person's career. You could already see what it would look like, right? I didn't want my book written for me. I wanted to write the story. And the corridor principle is that whole idea, and I thought I would share it because I loved it and I think it's super cool. And if you have a story about your experience going down that dark alley and other doors opening for you, I'd love to hear it. I'd love for you to comment or reach out to me, because I think it's really, really neat. All right, guys, have a great day.